Hey, what's up YouTube? My Big Thing 2010 here, and I'm bored out of my brain. So I came up with an idea. I'm going to show you how to make a budget cash for those just in case situations. Stick with me.
Okay, so you're going to come to your Home Depot and you're going to buy a 4-inch PVC pipe. Alright, buy a 10-footer. They're like, between $10 and $15 depending on where you stay. And this is the most important part. This goes into the end, and when you turn this nut without turning this, I'm one-handed here, but it locks into place and you can't get it out, and it forms a seal with the rubber. So when this gets locked up, oops, thought it was tighter. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, and I got a bunch of people staring at me. But anyway, you get the idea. Hold on a second, I'll show you how tight it is. Alright, so now it's tightened down. You can literally, you can't pull that out. And it's a nice watertight seal. That's the most important part. It's called a 4-inch drain stop, I believe. Okay, it's called a 4-inch plastic wing nut test plug. And it's $4.97. Alright. And on the other end, you're just going to use a standard cap because you don't need to take off both ends. So just use a standard 4-inch dead end cap and use PVC cement to glue it on, and it'll be nice and watertight forever and ever and ever. You'll never have to worry about it. And then use one of these to seal the other end so you can access whatever you put inside. These things are awesome. I've used these hundreds of times on plumbing projects. And I've reused, I have a couple of each size when I used to be in construction, and I've reused them over and over and over and over. They do not wear out. So if you buy one of these and bury it, it'll last, it'll last lifetimes. So you can put your trust into these things. They work great. And if you're gonna bury it, coat that with some clear nail polish, the threads, so it doesn't rust out, so you can actually get it undone when you take it back out of the ground. It shouldn't rust anyway, but it should be made of stainless, but I'm not sure. It doesn't list anything, but just paint it with some clear nail polish. It'll give it some protection against the elements. And this is the end cap, and I'll go ahead and eat my words. Buy 2 of those wing nut plugs, because those are $4.97 each, and this is $5.71. So it'll actually be $1 cheaper for you to have 2 test plugs on each end of your PVC. So you're gonna cut. You can even buy them pre-cut if you don't have a way to cut it for some reason, but you can buy them in lengths like this too. So they're just little. I think they're 2-foot lengths, but see if I can stand this up real quick. You can buy them in little 2-foot lengths, and just throw a $5 wing drain test plug, wing nut, plastic wing nut drain test plug. God, that's a mouthful. That's what she said. But throw one on each end. Throw whatever you're going to throw in there to store, tighten them down, and put them wherever you need to put them. Also, you can spray paint them so they don't stick out like a sore thumb in the middle of wherever you are. So match your environment, and you can get spray paint at the dollar store. I am not buying any of this stuff today, guys, and I'm not going to show you how to assemble it and what the finished product looks like. I could stand here in the aisle and put a cap on each end and tighten it down, but I'm sure most people that are watching this have the common sense enough to know what I'm talking about at this point. But I'm not buying any of this stuff because I'm supporting the truckers, Ride for the Constitution. I am not going to support industry or buy any consumables this weekend, and that's just my personal choice. I think it would be a good idea for everyone to follow suit and support these people, support these truckers. they put up with a lot of crap, and now they're putting up with even more for us, for the greater good, and for the majority of the people, even the people who oppose them and call them redneck whack jobs. But these guys are doing something good. So anyway, guys, this is how you make a cache on the cheap. Don't forget the spray paint, so you don't have to spend 40 bucks for a box on Sportsman's Guide, or you know, one that's purpose built to be a cache. You can make your own for, I don't know, 18 bucks if you buy it, you know, pre-cut like this. This one's $7.50 plus $5 each end, so you know, $17.50. Or you can spend the $15, buy a 10-foot length, buy 4 caps, make a couple huge caches for yourself, so you can get, you know, 2 4-foot something caches, however you say it, out of a 10-foot piece. Because you'll notice my Home Depot only has the ones with a flared end, and this is more than 4 inches, so you'll have to cut this off in order for the stopper to fit like it would fit on the other end. So one end's normal, and then the other end's flared to accept this end, so you can do runs. But if you buy a 10-footer, you're gonna lose 4 inches probably, just by cutting off, because you're gonna have to cut off that flare in order for that plastic wing nut drain plug test thing to fit in. So keep that in mind. So you'll end up with, you know, 4 foot and change, minus whatever, you know, the 1.5 inches that the drain plug takes up on each end of the cache. So keep that in mind when you're doing your measurements. But it'd be cheaper just to about spend the 15 and then buy 4 plugs. That'll cost you 35 bucks plus tax, and you'll have 2 really nice, pretty much bomb-proof caches to put stuff back in. Well, okay, and that's the quick and dirty version of a cache. Alright, everybody who's ever bought one of these knows when you buy the lid, it has a rubber seal around it. If you spray that rubber seal with some spray adhesive, or run a bead of silicone caulk around it and then seal it and turn it upside down so the weight is on the lid, and let it cure that way, you could bury that thing and not worry about it for years. Everything inside will stay nice and watertight, airtight, and it'll actually probably help to keep food odors inside, so squirrels, rats, rodents and stuff won't get to your things. So that's just another quick tip. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop rambling. Thanks for watching. Hope some of you found this helpful, and rate, comment, subscribe, support the truckers, and support our great country and the Constitution. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend.